So first you have to do a cut from the top of the diaphragm all the way to the larynx. The air that is entering. After the air is inhaled from the nasal cavity, it goes to the pharynx, which conducts air to and from the trachea. This is a trachea, and it is the windpipe, and it has C-shaped cartilage, which helps keep its form, keep the trachea's form, support. Up here is the larynx, and it's the vocal cords, or the voice box. So the bronchus is under the heart, and it's the extension of the windpipe that shuttles air to and from the lungs. The lungs supply oxygen to the body. The bronchioli carry the air from the trachea to the lungs. The alveolus are where respiratory system comes in contact with circulatory system. And the diaphragm, which is right here, is the main muscle used in breathing. The base of a breath starts at the nasal cavity, then goes down to the pharynx, and then to the larynx, then down to the trachea, and from there it goes to the bronchus, then to the lungs, and to the alveolus. The trachea is lined with cartilage rings to strengthen and support it. In the lobes of each lung, on the right side there's 4, and on the left side there's 3 lobes. The right lung is bigger than the left lung because of the heart covering the left lung. The function of the respiratory system is to supply the lungs with oxygen. The mucus that lines the respiratory tract is important because it catches dust particles, and gas exchange occurs in the alveoli.
The first thing we did is make a frontal cut in the heart. Ventricles, and they collect and expel blood received from the atrium. The atria are right here, and they receive blood returning to the heart from the body. Pulmonary vessels carry blood to and from the lungs. The aorta pumps blood from the left ventricle into itself through the aortic valve. The vena cava brings deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart. The coronary vessels, which are right here, deliver blood to the heart. This right here is a parietal pericardium, and it's like the pouch which protects the heart. Pericardium is the inside layer right here, which protects and supports the heart. The right atrium, which is right here, receives deoxygenated blood from the vena cava and pumps it into the right ventricle. And the left atrium, which is right here, receives oxygenated blood from the pulmonary veins and pumps it into the left ventricle. The right ventricle, which is the smaller one, pumps blood through the pulmonary valve. The left ventricle, which is the thicker side, receives oxygenated blood from the atrium and pumps it through the aorta. The chordae tendineae, which is right here, doesn't allow the valves up top to flip open. Right here is the right AV valve, which is in the right ventricle, and it keeps blood flowing in one direction. And right here, it's the left AV valve, which is in the left ventricle, which also keeps the blood flowing in one direction. In the atria, on the left and right, there are semilunar valves, which keeps the blood flowing in one direction. The septum splits the right and left side of the heart, right down the middle, which brings the blood into the heart, into the right atrium, which then goes to the right ventricle, which is carried through the pulmonary artery, out of the body, and to the lungs. The heart pumps blood throughout the body. The blood transports and protects and regulates. Blood vessels flow from the heart to every body cell and go back to the heart. The heart is located so close to the lungs because then it allows for the most efficient exchange. Veins carry blood towards the heart. These carry blood away from the heart. Capillaries transfer oxygen and other nutrients from the bloodstream to tissues in the body.